Conversations with Rick and Eric.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Amityville Studios. This is Eric.
And I'm Rick.
Told you I was going to use it next time.
Please, for the love of God, do it. I have tea for that, too. We'll get into it later on.
Okay.
But it's good tea. So
how have you been since the last time?
I have been...
That was my chair.
If you hear fart noises, it's either going to be farts or chairs.
Yeah.
I have been busy. It's stupid. I hate summer. I don't know. Well, we both hate summer.
Yeah. Adulting just sucks in general anyway.
And then it gets to be like 90 to 100 degrees out, and then they want you to do even more of those things, and it's hot. And I'm not okay with it. I think we should get summer days.
Yeah, we should.
Like summer vacations
Yeah,
from jobs.
summer vacation would be awesome.
Yeah. Kids, they squander that.
Right. I wish.
There's a child coming this way.
It happens.
They do, though, yeah. It do be like that.
So were we doing actual segments this time, or what were we doing?
We're doing it. I've got stuff ready to go. I was waiting for you to...
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do yours first, or I've got...
I just have random... Because all my notes never make any fucking sense.
So, I have, for the question of the week, is if you had to pick between a kangaroo, a turkey, and what's something else random? We'll say, what are those weasel things? Is it groundhogs? Groundhogs are a thing. We have those here, don't we?
Yeah.
So, a turkey, a kangaroo, and I already forgot what I said.
A groundhog.
A groundhog. I think I hate them so much that I don't want to think about them anymore. So, of those
Do you
three
even know
things...
what they look like? Because you'd be the first person I would think that would be like, oh, that's cute.
No, because they destroyed my whole yard, and I want them to die.
Oh, okay.
So, of those three, and I'll do this too, or you can pick 3 random... You know what? Pick 3 random animals for me. I want you to pick in order of most likely to kick its ass to least.
Like you're fighting it?
No, you are.
Oh.
You know, we could do it for each other.
Yeah.
That could be more fun.
Okay.
We're doing it live now. All right. So I guess of all 3 of those things, which one do you think I'm most likely to kick its ass?
No, I'll answer it as if I'm fighting them.
Oh, okay.
So,
Go.
definitely wouldn't fucking... Kangaroo would beat the shit out of me. You see, those fucking things are ripped.
It would beat my ass. Like, I
You've
could
seen the
look at
video
it.
of the dude that saves his dog, right?
Yeah.
Where his dog is like fucking getting choked out by
Yeah.
a kangaroo, and he just runs up and just fucking punches it in the face.
How? How does he live?
It just kind of stood there and was like shocked, and then
We're like, what is this pussy doing?
and then like took off. So yeah, I couldn't beat the kangaroo. The turkey would definitely be fucking hard because they got their fucking Velociraptor talons.
It's true.
And shit, and they'll fucking fly at you with those. And
I've heard they get a speed boost too.
for real.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like when they flap their wings and like, yeah.
They don't fly.
Well, I know, but they can like, in games where it's, hit boost to get through, they could go, yeah, real fast.
Oh, right on. Groundhog is easy. Just fucking flood that bitch.
Yeah.
Just stick a hose down the hole. Speaking of turkeys, somebody came through my work the other day, and like, there's a normal customer, and I was like, "Oh, you got a new car?" And they're like, "No, I destroyed my other one." I'm like, "Oh, you get in an accident?" And they're like, "No, I hit a turkey."
Apparently they're like really hard.
Yeah, she showed
Yeah.
me the fucking pictures of her car after hitting the turkey, and I'm like, "What the?" Like her whole front end on the corner was just blowed out. I'm like, "Damn, okay."
Like for months, my mom would tell me that those things are like armored, like their feathers are really like tough,
Yeah.
and I thought she was full of shit. But not. I don't think she's full of shit.
Yeah, and that's like, there's like been a crazy amount of like people saying that they hit a turkey and jacked their car up this year. So
Yeah.
maybe turkeys are getting out of control.
Yeah, I don't like what evolution's doing to them.
We need 2 Thanksgivings.
Yes. What? So most likely to beat the groundhog's ass. Least likely the kangaroo.
Yeah.
You have a 50-50 shot at the turkey.
Yeah.
Child. You don't think your dad can beat up a turkey? Could he beat up a groundhog? Okay, yes. Okay. For the viewers, he said yes. What about a kangaroo? Do you think you could take out a kangaroo? I don't think so either. I don't think I could. The thing would look at me and would break my arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I've just got appendages to use at it.
Shoot, now I have to think of 3 animals for you. Just because I saw a video, we'll go silverback gorilla. One of those. It's not. It's one of those house cats, but it's not a house cat. It's like the extra large fucking house cats.
Oh, like a Maine Coon?
Yeah, one of those. What? You can say. You can talk. What?
It's a bobcat.
No, not a bobcat.
I mean, like the flupa cat, like those things with tall ears.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, it's a Maine Coon, isn't it?
I think so.
Those are the extra large cats.
Yeah.
It's a kahuna.
A kahuna?
Something along the line.
I think you're just trying to talk about Lilo and Stitch. Are you
All right.
sure?
Go kahuna your butt out of here. Thank you.
Okay, so we got
And-
silverback gorilla. I've got a Maine Coon cat.
And a swarm of mosquitoes.
That's not... All of these things I don't think I could take in a fight. Well, the cat probably, but I wouldn't want to. I'd feel real
And
bad
I'm
about
talking
it.
like swarm of mosquitoes, like if you're in the fucking bayou, like
Bro,
they look like a black cloud.
no. Did I ever tell you, like, the story of the mayflies and the UP?
No.
So, this is trigger warning for anybody who has whatever that fear of when there's, like, a ton of something.
Yeah.
So, there's that. Well, we had to get gas. I forget who was with me on this trip, but we had to stop and get gas. And I'm talking, like, for 50, 80 miles, there's nothing. And then there's just a random, like, one of those old ones where you have to hold the button and, like, push a thing down to get the gas out. One of those old-ass pumps.
Oh.
And there's lights on. And it's the middle of, like, just pitch black and that.
Oh. So all the
As soon as you go outside, I'm not kidding. I was breathing them in. There's that many of them, mosquitoes and mayflies. Like, you couldn't do anything. Like, you walked out and you were just caked in them.
that's disgusting.
And it, oh. No, God. So for that, now, as the swarm in general, I'm not going to do very well. However, for individual mosquitoes, I'm going to beat some ass. So I'll put them in the middle.
I mean, you could use spray. I didn't say you couldn't.
You're right.
You just
I'm going to put them in the middle. I could definitely beat
freak out like your mom when a skunk sprays.
Correct. Correct. But they're in the middle. I'm going to put the cat. I could definitely beat the cat's ass, but I would feel real bad about it. So at what cost do I beat this cat's ass?
Right.
But I could do it. And there's, well, no, there's no way I could beat the silverback gorilla's ass. Unless it just was completely uninterested in me and was just like, fuck this guy, and walks away.
You'd be fucked. Oh, yeah, I would have to, because there was some video.
I'm not going to get it to walk away.
There was some video I saw on YouTube of, I don't know if they were doing some documentary. Anyway, there were some white people in the jungle. And,
Of course.
and they came across a silverback gorilla and shit. So they were like, it was pretty close, and it was just kind of staring at him. They threw it like a melon, and it like ate the melon, and then was just staring at him, and then was like all like had a little growl, like curled his lip, and then did one of these fucking like charged at him like 3 steps and then stopped. But then when he walked away, he like one of the people that must have been guiding them casually just grabbed this dude's leg and started to drag him away like it wasn't shit, and then let him go. Like, bitch, I could kill you at any time, and then just kept walking. And the dude was like, had the most terrified look on his face while he's like trying to crawl back after it drug him like a couple feet.
No.
I'm like, why? Like, leave that shit alone.
It's only because I watched way too many of those, like, how to survive videos.
Oh.
So, I know, unfortunately, when it comes to gorillas, You're not supposed to, you can't show anything because if you give them an inch, they're gonna be like, oh, that's when they take somebody's leg and like eat them down the jungle.
Right.
So, I would survive the fight by the sense that it would just be like, I mean, you're not a threat to me. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna lose a limb, not break a limb. I might lose a limb.
Right. But that shit was terrible. It was like it was dragging the dude like he wasn't shit. Like he just casually, just like he was pulling a blanket. Like
This is another one of those situations where me and you have those conversations. That would be, I wouldn't. This would never happen to me because I would never put myself in that position.
No. Hell no.
Like, oh, let's just go into why? Why are we going in the jungle?
Yeah. Like you realize there's bugs that will fucking crawl up your pee hole and kill you, right?
That's only if you pee in the water, but yeah,
Still,
Yeah.
it could happen.
it could.
The fact that it could happen is just fucking terrible.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Just like you in the water.
Yeah. Fuck open water pools all day.
I would swim in the. Well, I have swum in the ocean.
I've swam in the ocean too, but I only went so far.
Yeah.
And it was like the area that they had blocked off, kind of, but still, it was like I wouldn't like go way out.
One of the dumbest things happens when I was in Florida. One of my buddy's girlfriend at the time got pinched by a crab, like at her area. It's like she's sitting down, and all you hear is her go, "Yeah!" and stand up and just start like adjusting herself. I'm like, "What's happening right now?" And she just wouldn't say anything. She just kept like, you can't hear that probably, but it's like adjusting cloth. And I'm like, I looked at my buddy and he's like, it was a crab. I'm like, she's got crabs. And he's, no, an actual like in the ground crab. And I'm like,
Fucking came up and grabbed
Yeah.
her, fucking hit her with the trump. Fucking crab support trump apparently.
I could see that. They are red. Well, this one was anyway.
So have you ever seen the YouTube videos of the dude? It's like if you search him, you can literally just search white dude learns languages. But anyway, it's like this guy that like learns a bunch of different people's languages, like Chinese and shit,
Okay.
and like literally a bunch of different shit. And then he goes out to areas and surprises people by knowing the language. Like for
I would
instance,
love to do that.
I know. Like for instance, he goes to like one of the nail shops in New York, and like all these Chinese women are just talking shit about him in Chinese around him.
Okay.
And he knows what they're saying, but doesn't say anything. He's just, getting his nails done and like acting dumb. And so one of them says something, and then he replies, and like the one lady that was working on his fingernails must have been the head lady. She's like, I told all you to stop talking shit about customers because eventually somebody's gonna know what you're saying. And then they were all thrown off because then he was talking to them in their language. But he does that at a bunch of different places. Like he's learned African and a bunch of stuff. It's pretty sweet. But definitely check it out. But
I don't have that much brain capacity to learn that many
I wish,
languages.
I wish like shit like that for like the Matrix was real. You just download
Right.
like fucking language and shit or a skill. Just be like, doop, doop.
See, and I'm pretty good at, I'm getting back in the Duolingo for Spanish, so there's a couple parts in a few movies that I've watched that I didn't need to use subtitles at all for. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what they're saying. So that's about it. I've tried. It's not easy.
So I have a question.
I have many answers, and some of them good.
Chicken wings. Are you a bone in or a boneless dude?
You already know I'm a boneless dude.
Oh. Well, that's good. That's good for you. Because I was going to razz you about how terrible you are at eating fucking chicken wings with a bone in.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't like it. I don't want that much more work. It's like the episode of Parks and Rec where Tom Haverford is like, I don't remember. There's a sauce that's supposed to be, you're supposed to dip the sauce, something in the sauce. And he's like, no, you're supposed to drizzle it on for me. No, I don't want to do extra work for my food.
How's it extra work, though?
You got to eat around it, and then you got to pull the pieces out. But I'll never forget, there was a woman on YouTube, or no, it was on TikTok. She's just like, oh, chicken wing, just goes,
Yeah.
and just pulls out a completely clean one, like
Yeah.
in one swipe. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that bitch.
Now, do you think you get more... See, now, John will argue and say you get more meat with the fucking boneless wings than you do.
I think it's the same.
I don't think you do, because it's half of it's fucking breading.
Half of it's breading for the chicken wings too. The
Not
normal
really.
Ones. The bone ones?
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me they don't just pack on breading for everything?
No. Next time you go to B-Dubs, they don't put fucking breading on their wings.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They do not. Maybe that's all I've ever gotten.
They
was
just
bone wings.
they just toss it in the fucking, or they just deep fry it the way it is and then toss it in the sauce. It's not like Hooters. Hooters wings has fucking breading on it,
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
but not B-dubs.
God, honestly, R.I.P. Hooters that we had here, but I'm not sad to see it go.
There's one in Saginaw still. I've thought about going to. Because remember that one? Because I remember we used to go to Hooters when they would do the buy one get one. So you'd get like fucking 20 wings, and we get like 40 wings. It wasn't even there. We didn't even go for like the whole quote unquote Hooters experience. It was literally just to go eat the wings.
My problem with those, it's like you're getting a Slim Fast. You just don't know it because you're gonna just fucking explode.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've never ate at a Hooters once where it wasn't 2 hours later, and it's not like, oh, my stomach's a little upset. No, this is like clench. You got your hands on the side, and you're just hoping for the best, and there's a fire hose out of your ass.
Like the scene from Dumb and Dumber where home dude's fucking
Yes.
exploding in the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Like, you got a good ratio when it comes to B-dubs, because I've only gotten sick from there, I think, once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
But Hooters, that was a different story. It could have also been the fact that that's when I was drinking beers at the same time.
I guess. But it was most likely the wings.
I mean, it's probably both. Like 80% wings, 20% beer. I like how we just give the ratio of what gives you diarrhea for the Hooters.
Yeah.
It could have just been the girls. They could have just had like magic powers. Like in their tits, it gives you diarrhea. Like if you accidentally make eye contact with a nipple.
Instant diarrhea, just start shitting.
Yeah, that's their like supernatural power. You've made eye contact with a nipple. And then it's like action lines, like an anime, and then you're just shitting.
What was something else that you had?
Something else I had. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that show. I gotta get the name of the show. Shout out to my friend Kim. Told me about this show, and I thought she was insane because sometimes she's insane like I am, and that's why we're friends. But it's called The Curious Case of Natalie Grace. And I showed Eric a little bit of it before we started recording, but my God. So I've seen about 3 to 4 episodes of this. It's 6 episodes of a documentary, and what it's about is this couple, married couple, adopt this little girl, and for some reason they don't know if the girl is a 7 or a 10-year-old girl, or if it is a much older woman from Ukraine, like in their 30s with dwarfism. And they get testimonies from all these people to try and be like, oh yeah, she's definitely doesn't have dwarfism. That's a little girl. And they just talk about all this wild shit that this little girl does. That's crazy by itself. Out of a 1 to 10 scale of how crazy this is, I give it about a 7, 6. Pretty crazy. The family, the mom and the dad, are some of the most insane people I've ever met. And I know they gotta up it for the show. There's no way that they can be like this all the time.
Right.
And if they are, what the fuck? But the dad is 100% Stuart from Mad TV, just reacting to shit. Is like, they will get him on camera, and he's just like, I don't know. And then she was, and just starts like punching the air and like having a fucking temper tantrum, trying to describe what this little girl was like. And I'm like, what am I watching right now? And I can equate it to, so say you're over to not a friend, but like you're, when you were a kid, you go to the other kids' houses.
Yeah.
And you're there, and then the mom and the dad start like fighting. Like, it's not like a haha, you're dumb, but like
Arguing.
fighting.
Yeah.
Like, and you feel awkward.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be there, but at the same time you want to crack that door open because you're like, I kind of want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But you're also super. That's how you feel the entire show. So they get to I fell asleep at one point, and then I woke up to like one of the main kids. I think it's their eldest son is like a genius He was doing like equations and shit at like 12, which is wild by itself. And he's like talking about how he's living in his dad's basement trying to reconnect with him. And I've never seen such an awkward display between two human beings in my entire life when they do this show. Because the kid's like trying to like, he's spilling all the family tea, and then the dad's just like out of nowhere, doesn't respond to anything the kid is actually saying. He's just like, I never thought I'd ever see you again. He's living with him. And he walks over to the kid, and the kid is very uncomfortable. And he does like, you know, not like you would give your mom or your dad a hug. Yeah. He tries to give him a hug, and the kid like moves to the side. So it gives him like a weird side hug, and this like taps him on his shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah. Based off of what I saw, I'm going to call it was an adult with fucking dwarfism just because of how her hands and shit looked. Like that, like at the minute somebody said she's an adult, and I looked and saw her fucking weird hands and everything, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fully somebody. I think it was somebody that was as dwarfism, and they're just selling it hard. They're a kid,
which is fine, good for them, getting out of Ukraine, and you get to work like make these crazy people crazier. Honestly, win-win.
Yeah, right.
If you want to ruin some white people's lives, go for it. But man, what a show! That's all I got to say about that. What a show. So if you have the Max, because it's called the Max, and not like the old cartoon Max that we had, it's just called Max, I think now, as the streaming service. Check it out. It's kind of wild. Just know you're in for like a treat. That's the word I'm going to use.
It was a treat.
Yeah, it's a treat.
Was I supposed to do that 20 questions thing that you did?
You can.
Because that was in my. I asked you what it was, and then I saw then I heard your fucking thing. But that's literally on here is my 20 questions that I will fully fail at trying to answer to give any sort of answer to.
I sent it to you. They're on there, aren't they? Can you read them?
I don't know.
I was trying to give out bonus content for the listeners, and then 2 people listened to it. So clearly they love you more than me.
One of them was me, because I listened to it.
Oh, see? Well, at least you love me. Everybody else is like, fuck this guy.
And then my note right underneath that is how I'm the worst co-host because I'm not interesting. It's
literally, no one wanted to listen to me.
That's literally right underneath it.
I got the questions here. All right. So we're going to do it live on here, and then hope for the best. I'm also going to be putting posts to the episodes because I want to see and get feedback on random shit that we do. So look for that. It'll be in the Spotify little. There's about more or about us or something. You click on there and go down. There'll be some sort of post, some sort of poll. It'll be great. Maybe I'll put it on Instagram. Anyway, are you ready?
Sure.
You sound so enthused. This whole no caffeine thing has had the complete opposite effect on me. Anyway, all right. So the world wants to know. These were all 20 questions sent in by air quotes listeners / 3 of them, maybe 5 of them are for me. So they want to. What are your hobbies?
See, that was the first thing because I was like, fuck, I don't really have any hobbies.
You do lots of shit.
I go to work. And I come home.
I mean, well, you collect stuff.
Yeah, I collect.
That's actually question number 2, so let's not.
We'll knock out 2 of them.
There you go.
I collect stuff. I mean, I do work on music now that I have my fucking new computer, thanks to my mom and my aunts. And that's how the quality of this went up from one episode to the next one.
This is what happens with baby podcasts. Out of nowhere, somebody will get something nice.
Yeah.
And then, wow, your sound quality went up.
Right.
Thanks.
And I watch wrestling. Like,
we're going to get Eric's Wrestling Corner this episode. It's great. I'm excited for it.
Just cut it. Like I said, I'm not really that interesting. I'll think of something eventually when it's like 3 a.m. and I'll be like, fuck, I should have said that.
We'll put it as a bonus feature.
Yeah, all the things that I should have said.
Yeah. That actually should be a bonus episode for everything. Every episode is like the shit Eric should have said.
Yeah.
And then we'll just put out like a 10-minute thing every week for it.
I mean, I have my own mic and shit. I can just do it myself. Like, just hit record. I should have said this. Record it, turn it off. It'd be just like 16 different clips of things I should have said but didn't. And I was like, oh, this would have been funny at the time.
That'll be our side podcast if we ever get another one going where we could do both.
Shit I should have said. Conversations in the shower.
That's a good idea.
Shit, I should have said.
Yeah. TM. Okay. What is your most prized possession?
I don't know. The corny part of me wanted to say my kid, but he's not really a possession.
Yeah, he's kind of a person. We can use that as an answer, though. Like, you enjoy his presence. He's cool.
I don't think I really have anything that I'd be like, oh, fuck, my life is over if I fucking lost it.
Yeah, I had a really sappy thing about my necklace that I said on mine, so that was...
yeah, that would be... Yeah, I have the necklace that I have that has some of my dad's ashes in it, so that would probably be...
There it is.
Yeah, that would be...
Because we're part of the Team Dead Dads Club, so
Yeah.
we're going to high five, but not really. So, like, yeah. So, if anybody else wants to high five at the same time we said that, you can be part of our club, too. Well, I guess the next one's going to be, what is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Still working towards it. We'll leave that as an open thing.
Yeah, honestly, it's an open, I mean,
Yeah.
shit. You could do something really cool the day before you die. You never know.
Right?
What
That would be
did,
my fucking luck.
who cares? You did it?
I like win the lotto on my deathbed and be like, fuck.
Alanis Morissette would be very proud of you right now. What's your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
You do love Thanksgiving.
But it's gotta be like the best Thanksgiving that I've had to date was when me and my mom drove down to Georgia to see my family down in Georgia.
Oh, when they cook.
And my Aunt Rach did like Thanksgiving. I mean, she was cooking for like 3 days. We were there for like a whole week, and she was cooking for like 3 days before Thanksgiving, prepping stuff. And she,
My God.
And she had like the whole buffet warmer thing full of food, and there was all sorts of everything.
Sounds
And-
great.
And also, that was also the first year that my family found out that I smoked, quote unquote, cigarettes. And so, and so I could just wander outside. So I'd be like, oh, I need to go take a break, wander outside, fucking come back, be like, all right, round 2, let's go. And get back into it.
Yeah,
So.
I could for sure never. Like, maybe. Now. Who knows? Well, I guess that gets probably going to be, where is the coolest place you've traveled? It even says coolest. Cool.
I'd have to say down there.
Georgia?
I haven't really been. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No. When me and my family went on a cruise.
Oh, yeah. I've heard stories of the cruise.
Yeah, when we went on the cruise and shit, that was cool. We went to.
No joke. I want to try and get us on that Chris Jericho cruise one of these years.
I want to go so bad. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, just like screw everybody, just me and you go on a cruise together. We'll
Fuck
just
it.
record half of the time we're there, just get blitzed.
No, we have to tell John because John would be pissed if we went without him.
He really would.
He'd be super mad.
Just he could bring Dale, and we could just be each other's couple, air
Yeah.
quotes. Well, you already kind of answered this one, but what does your average weekend look like?
Working.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
I work all the time.
I said do. Yeah, this one too. Tell me about your longest running friendship with someone.
That would be you.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, well, they get to listen to this
Yeah.
once every other week or once a week when we do this. This is it.
Yeah.
It's evolving every week. It's great.
It started 6th grade.
Yeah.
98, is that? I only know because
our family knew of each other before we knew of each other.
yeah, but it was when WCW Nitro came to the Saginaw Civic Center.
Oh yeah.
And we had never ever spoken. We had some class together, but we both had gone because the next day when we went to school, you had a Vampiro shirt on, and I had the fucking Crow Sting shirt on.
Fuck
and I
yeah.
was like, "Oh, did you go to that?" And we're like, "Eh." And then after
Yeah.
that it was
And then I saw you with a head on a stick one day, and then we were
that was in
friends
high
ever
school.
since. Yeah.
That was farther down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know at one point when anxiety kicked in, where like I can't do that shit now without being like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna,"
I still. Do
I
that.
literally like just walked around with a mannequin head on a stick because I thought it was funny for like a day,
This is also during the time when we would put ketchup on maxi pads and throw it at stop signs.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Yep.
So, because we were hooligans too.
Late 90s.
What are you going to do? Am I right? If your pet could talk, what do you think they might say to you?
All their fat asses probably just feed me.
Yeah. Honestly. That or they're going to want attention for something.
Yeah.
Especially Lucy.
But I swear every time I get up, that's all I hear is it fucking freaking out for food or something.
Yep. So this one I hate the most because I hate this question is what is your guilty pleasure? I don't like the term guilty pleasure.
Porno, no.
No, it's guilty. Well, it depends on
What it is.
I mean, once you start going, and then you're in the middle of it, and you a couple of watch this next videos,
Right.
then you find out Samantha really loved the fuck machine, and the fuck machine really loves Samantha.
Yeah. I don't think I really have one. I think the worst one would be YouTube. I think that's everybody. Because once same thing, you start down the rabbit hole, all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next one on here is, what's your favorite color?
Black.
Touche. See, I didn't give official dates for this one either, but when is your birthday?
May 10th.
Yeah. That's a Taurus, right?
Yes.
You're a Taurus. Cancer and a Taurus as friends. Actually, that works out really well.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm here for.
I tried to download one of those apps that I'm like, this is fucking confusing. When it starts going into star maps or whatever the fucking one I showed you.
You can do it on, what's the Snapchat. They do all your star charts now.
Oh, I don't have Snapchat anymore.
That's probably okay. I kept it because for some reason, 2 or 3 of my friends only communicated to me through Snapchat. And I'm like, why is this
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah, I already know the answer to this one, but the world wants to know, what's your favorite sport?
Wrestling.
Yeah. You're one of the ones that can actually watch actual sports too, though.
I like hockey.
You like football?
No.
What?
Football. It's
You watch every Lions game.
No, I don't. I am not one of them.
Didn't you do that all the time?
No.
Did you just do that with Mark just cuz?
When I went over there a few times, yeah, it was just to go hang out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it was just.
I thought you were just like, oh, he suddenly got football. Cool.
No, I mean, it's cool, but it's too slow for me. Hockey's cool because it's fucking back and forth and they fight. Basketball is cool because it's back and forth most of the time. But football fucking takes for fucking ever.
What's worse is baseball. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My ADHD literally is like, well,
I'd rather watch golf than fucking baseball.
Yeah, if there's somebody in my head that light a match and just threw it at my face and after a baseball.
All sports are at work anyway.
We should note for real.
That's a whole. That's a whole.
Yeah, we used to piss our. Well, I did that every time. Piss off our friend Jason because he was always get real into the World Series and it was somehow always go down to Game 7 and I'm like, bud, if you don't think that that's planned,
right?
Come on.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, how could you plan everything? I'm like, you don't have to plan everything, just who wins. It's just like wrestling. TM. Let's see here. What skill would you most like to learn?
All the languages, like we were just saying.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to be what's that word? A Rosetta Stone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom didn't know what Rosetta Stone was.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I had to tell her, she's like, what?
Yeah,
Because we were talking about learning Spanish. Because I was talking about going to go and learn some cooking stuff from my aunt and her friend Maricela, and all they do is speak Spanish in the kitchen, so I'd have to learn fucking quick, especially when they're hollering at you and shit.
Yeah,
and so I was like, yeah. She was talking about how she wished she never would have, lost it, because then I would know, and then he would know.
Yeah.
But
maybe we learn it. We'll learn Spanish as a family. I'll get back into my Duolingo and I can quiz all of us. Spanish as a family.
Right on. Hashtag.
Spanish family. I had it today at work. Somebody gave me their name and it was a Spanish name, but I did the oreo at the end correctly and rolled my R's and they're like, gave me a look, and I'm like, did I say it right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right. It always gives me a thing because people always think when you first look at me, there's no way you look at me and go, that white boy's got flavor.
Yeah.
But I do.
But yeah, it's because I went to the taco spot where I took you with John, where we went after we saw John Wick.
Oh, I love
the first time I went there. They immediately started talking to me in Spanish, and I'm like, no, I can't. I don't. And I just felt like humiliated. And they're like, oh. I'm like, well, fuck. And that used to happen when I lived down in Georgia. Like, somebody come and ask me for something, and immediately start talking to me in Spanish, and be like,
Hola,
no.
buenos tardes.
I'm like, no, I don't know what you're saying about your dog and its fleas.
I could probably put it together. Not very well. I'd probably definitely give them the wrong thing. Aside from necessities, what one thing could you not go a day without?
Caffeine. I don't know how you're doing it.
ADHD. TM. No, that's literally the only way. Like, without it, I'm a super fucking god right now.
Oh. No, I, like, drag ass if I don't.
Like, I've never had this much energy in my entire life.
Yeah, and I'm like a fucking 800 milligrams of caffeine a day kind of dude.
I mean, you've seen what I drank when I come over here, like a liter of soda and stuff like that. So,
But, like, I'm talking, like, energy drinks.
oh, yeah.
Like,
no.
now I just switched to fucking pre-workout. So, like, 2 scoops is, like, 300 and something milligrams, something like that. So, yeah. Chair.
Was it, or was it the fart? All right. Explain an inside joke you have with one friend or family member. I explained the Lillian Garcia thing.
That's literally what I was going to say.
Can we do Lillian Garcia, like round 2 from your point of view?
It wasn't her leg, though. It was her wrist she broke.
Was it? I thought, okay.
Yeah, when she was getting out of the ring and they hit the ropes when she was on the thing and they knocked her off and she went flying and she broke her wrist. But yeah, she hit the ground and that's all we were. And then, like, she was walking away and they were, like, holding her wrist and shit.
She didn't stop the match.
Just
kept
well,
going.
she's not in the match. She was just getting out, but still, you could hear her fucking screaming.
Like, they
and
could have
shit.
just been like, hey, God, we got to get Lillian out of here. She's wailing like a banshee on the outside of the ring. No. They just kept going. And it was great. What is your strangest or irrational fear?
Holy fuck.
It was a hard one for me, too.
No, I just don't think we have the time.
I'm not afraid of a lot of shit. I just don't care anymore. So,
fish.
you don't like fish.
No. Fish and birds.
Yeah, things that fly that fast at me are not great.
But I'm not a fan of fish. Like, everybody wants to go fishing. I'm like, I'll go if you take my fucking fish off the hook, but I ain't touching the fucking thing.
And I don't trust earthworms.
See, I don't mind that, but, like...
This is why we made good fishing partners. Because I'm like, I don't know what you are, earthworm, but you've got an agenda.
Like, the last time I went fishing, I literally just fucking whipped the thing on the ground until the hook fell out, and then I kicked it in the water.
Can you imagine being that fish? Like, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I was in the water, I'm out. This motherfucker mugs me and kicks me back in. That was a wild situation. Oh, if you were a superhero, who would be your arch nemesis?
Fuck. I don't know. This is gonna go in the... This is what I should have said. Because I really don't know.
Yeah?
I think more like I would be the fucking villain.
I think you'd be an anti-hero. Not necessarily... You're definitely not a bad person. You just... I had to do the hair flick, and it was like, establishment is my enemy.
I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it later. We'll move on.
We'll put that into the shit Eric should have said.
Yeah.
That'll be it'll be the new Instagram thing that we do every day.
Should have said.
Yeah. What is your useless talent?
I don't think I have any.
I don't know.
I think that's... I mean...
Nothing useless. I mean, you're pretty good with a lot of things, but...
I can get hit in the head with stuff.
You can. I can't do that anymore.
Although it's been a while.
Yeah, I'm not. The next question on here, I'm not even going to ask you because that could be an 89-minute conversation or longer. It's what's on the soundtrack to your life. So what songs? Yeah, Jesus Christ. I love you, but I've seen your Spotify. Like, I've never seen that many songs for things. He's got to hit this man up. Like, anybody would hit this man up if you want, like, anything for sound suggestions. I like thunder.
I got you, bro.
And that is the sound that I made when I motorboated that one drag queen. But no, if you need music suggestions, Eric is always open for that. He's great. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that'd be
That's a whole podcast.
Yeah.
Not even a joke. That's why I had to be like, I like these bands. I don't know. But how good is Electric Callboy right now? I love them.
It's been a while since I've listened to anything from them.
And I just got reintroduced to Vetus.
I have to look it up.
Why did I do this as a chicken?
I was going to say, is it a fucking chicken?
Keep that in. That's the opening. Me doing the Vetus and chicken. Right. So I'm getting my jokes pulled up here because what we're going to do is everyone's seen it on the internet. Eric is going to take a drink of water and I'm going to say funny shit and to see if I can get him to react in the spitters or quitters way.
I feel like I should have a towel, but it's too late now.
It's fine. You'll be fine. I can't guarantee they're going to be funny. Where the fuck are my notes? Where's Google Keep? We have a kitchen? Anyway. All right. You ready? You got water in the mouth? Are you doing this? All right. Don't challenge the Grim Reaper to a pillow fight unless you're prepared for the Reaper cushions. That's good, right?
I ended up swallowing it.
No, you fucked it up. All right. Give a man a match, and he'll be warm for a few hours. Set him on fire, and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. That's good shit. Do you know the phrase, one man's trash is another man's treasure? It's a real shitty way to find out that you're adopted. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it leaves you, it doesn't come back.
Oh, fuck.
That's definitely that. I was passed out. Woo!
Fuck.
I'm sorry. Just get that live on camera. Rick laughs so hard. I just fucking blast out.
I'm glad I faced the other way. I spit all over fucking everything.
It would have been great if he did.
Game over, yeah!